Michael Chandler moves on from fighting Conor McGregor and is now going to fight Charles Oliveira. What do you think about that?
Crazy, right? Man, when I saw that, I was surprised because Conor McGregor just trolled the shit out of everybody, bro. Again,
Yeah.
you know, almost 2 years waiting, and Conor McGregor is a fucking he. Man, he's a funny dude, right? Conor McGregor don't give a shit, man.
Yeah.
Do you?
But I'm glad that they giving him. I saw Gilbert Burns' video and I agree. I don't think UFC is trying to reward him a fight, Michael Chandler. I think that is a fight that makes sense, because Charles could beat Michael Chandler and Chandler could beat Charles. So it's a fight. Both of fighters they want the fight and they put on the title conversation again. So I think it's a good fight.
Yeah, and if you look back at their first fight, Michael Chandler was seconds away from finishing
Yeah,
Oliveira in the first round. Obviously, Oliveira rallied, weathered the storm early, came out in
yeah.
round two, landed that left hook early in round two, and eventually put Michael Chandler away. I think it's a very exciting fight. I think that for Chandler, although everyone makes fun of him for waiting for so many years for the McGregor fight, if he puts away Charles Oliveira, like this is a very like this is Chandler's gambling right now because if he puts away Oliveira, I think it was all worth it. But if he loses to Charles Oliveira after waiting for 2 years, now there's going to be a lot of questions of like, that it's just going to be tough for him. But if he goes out there
What's
finishes
Michael
Charles Oliveira
Chandler's record? What's Michael
in the
Chandler's record
UFC
on
or in
UFC right
MMA,
now? In UFC,
Two
two
wins,
and
three losses.
yeah,
he's still a he's still new, brother, at
Yeah.
UFC.
yeah.
So,
6 fights,
but my question is, who you think is gonna win?
I think Michael Chandler cannot afford to lose.
You think he's gonna
I
win?
think I think he's going to win because he cannot lose. If Michael Chandler loses now, like Maddie was saying, he's done.
Yeah.
So I think there is no option for him, brother.
I
But
know,
If
but
he
you
loses
believe
now,
he's gonna
he's
win?
going to be 4-2, right?
No, if he
You
wins, if he wins, I think it's gonna be a movie. He's gonna beat Charles, then he's gonna fight Conor, and then I think if he get the momentum, then he might beat Conor and fight for the title. It's gonna be a movie. But I think if he loses, it's gonna be a movie for Charles Oliveira. Charles gonna beat him, fight Conor, and then fight for the title. I think whoever wins is gonna be on a movie. Whoever loses
yeah,
is gonna be a tough one.
it's a
What do you
very
think?
rewarding fight for the winner. I'll tell you one thing: if
yeah,
I'm Michael Chandler and I beat Charles Oliveira, I'm going out on the mic and I'm saying, "Fuck Connor, give me Islam." Like it's like when Moicano was talking about.
He's not gonna say these.
But I'm just saying, like, think about it. Moicano. Moicano's fucking smart, bro. One on the pod months ago, he positions himself properly where he ain't begging to fight Patty. If you can't sit there and beg for a fight, you got to act like that fight don't mean shit to you. Give me the fucking champ. I just
exactly.
beat Charles
People
Oliveira.
have to,
I just finished
yeah,
Charles Oliveira. Give me Islam because now all of a sudden Connor's off to the side saying, "Wait a second, I want to fight.
yeah,
I want to fight Chandler." You can't fucking beg for it. You
yeah,
got to go out, handle your
yes.
business. And I asked Gilbert this. I want to get Moicano's opinion. But is there a possibility that 2 years off, a guy like Michael Chandler that's been in so many wars, 2 years off, nonstop training, getting ready for that McGregor fight, is there a chance that he comes back and is more refreshed now, looks better, puts Charles Oliveira away, and all of a sudden is a title contender? Is that possible?
I think that will happen. I think that will happen. I think Charles Oliveira. Why are you laughing?
Because Gilbert's face, bro.
I was impressed. I didn't know you felt that. I thought you think
Gilbert was
Charles
waiting
gonna
for
No,
win.
I'm
you.
not, man.
Gilbert was
Man,
waiting for you to
like Michael
trash
Chandler,
Chandler.
Michael. I, I'm not changing my mind. I think Michael Chandler. I think skill-wise, he's not the best, but he does have good skills. What's his skills? Like
He's very
he has
explosive.
good wrestling
Hits hard,
base
yeah.
and very explosive and very good boxing. If he fights a fighter that have more, had more has more tools, like can keep the distance. But Charles Oliveira never keeps the distance. Never
Yeah.
keeps the distance. We saw that on the first fight. Of course, he could knock Chandler out, and that would be not a surprise. But like I say, I have a feeling that Chandler is very frustrated. Chandler is very, he knows it's his last chance because Charles Oliveira is a former champion. Charles Oliveira is a legend. Michael Chandler are not. He's not. He's not. He knows that he got granted the title shot. That's the truth. He never beat anybody. Who he beat in UFC?
Dan
Tony
Hooker and
Ferguson
Tony Ferguson.
and Dan Hooker.
Yeah.
Dan Hooker and Tony Ferguson. Uh, can can you tell like he has a legend career by beating a
No,
0-5 Tony Ferguson and a very like inconsistent, how I say that,
inconsistent.
inconsistent Dan Hooker. Again, I'm not fighting Dan Hooker now. I'm fighting Benoit Saint-Denis, so I have no reasons to talk shit to Dan Hooker. But he's not one of the best.
No,
The
He's
thing,
not one of the
yeah, and Dan
well-rounded
Hooker was
fighters.
coming off
He's
of
a
that
good striker.
5-round war against Poirier when he took that fight against Chandler. I really think that impacted
no.
that fight a lot.
He even said that too. He said that at that time, that was COVID time.
Yeah.
He said when he accepted the fight, he was training just with one guy in the.
Yeah.
I don't know if he could. Abu Dhabi, maybe he couldn't come back to New Zealand. He said he didn't train. He didn't have the coaches. So, but it is what it is. But
Yeah.
I agree with what he's saying. But I just don't know about this fight. I think Charles Oliveira is like hungry, too much fighting.
Yeah.
That guy just fought Islam
Yeah.
Arman, fighting the best guys, So
Right.
in the good
gonna be a
moment,
good
yeah,
fight.
a little
but-
bit younger.
Yeah, that could happen. But at the same time, Charles, he's not bringing anything new to the table. Like every time he's fighting the same, like trying
Yeah, you're
to
right.
brawl and trying to take advantage of some positions, right? Because he's a very good grappler. But I think to become champion again, he needs to do something different, right? That's my opinion. I could be wrong,
Reinvent, right?
but
Yeah,
I'm not seeing
That's fair.
reinvent himself exactly. You know,
Yeah. That's fair.
the way Sean Brady did, you know, Gilbert
yes,
is my friend, brother. I
yeah.
was cheating for you 100%, but Sean Brady, he showed like better hands,
He looked good.
because
Yeah,
he's a grappler. It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Charles Oliveira. I think he needs to invest a little bit more on his wrestling, offensive wrestling. So he doesn't have to rely so much on the jiu-jitsu. You need to change if you want to become better. But who am I to give como é que eu falo
Charles.
isso em inglês?
Fala.
To give your opinion about Charles, yeah. Who am I? Charles is a former champion. But
Yeah.
like I say, I think Chandler could beat him, especially because he knows the price. He knows
Right.
what is at stake right now.
100%.